Girlfriend, if you are stuck in transactional relationships with your client, you have come to the right place. If you ever asked yourself, how can I stop having these transactional relationships with my clients? We're going to get to the bottom of that in today's video. We'll see you inside. Hi there, my name is Ingafay, and I am a confidence coach for female cash coaches, authors, speakers, and home based business owners with an MIA upline. And today, the first thing I want to share with you is how to not have a one and done connection with your clients. It's very important to develop that relationship. Secondly, we're going to talk about how to truly develop that relationship, that it's really a relationship and not just a transaction. And last, but definitely not least, I want to also tell you how you can further expand your clientele, even your sales organization, by doing this one thing. So let's do this, shall we? So let's talk about how to avoid these one and done type of connections. And when I'm talking about one and done, that you may meet a person for just one time and you don't see them again. They just like kind of disappear from the face of the earth. Now, I know that everybody is not going to continue to buy from you on a regular basis. We want to have a relationship with our clients where it's not just all about business. We want to really get to know them and learn more about them. And one of the ways that I have done that is I just have monthly reach outs. Granted, I want to be in contact with my clients on a regular basis, just so I'm top of mind when they need something. But when I interact with them, my first inkling when I talk to them is not to ask them if they're low on XYZ product. I like to ask them what is new in their world, because it gives me the opportunity to find out just what's going on with them in general. Oftentimes, I find that they want to know that you care about them. They want to know that you are interested in them as a person, not just selling them a product or a service. So I've known over the last year or so, I've really made it a point to do this. And I feel like I have better relationships with my clients, that they're actually happy to talk to me, even if they don't need products. Because I've found before, oftentimes people didn't answer my call because they felt like the only reason I was calling them was to actually get them to buy something else. But now I'm able to talk to people, really find out what's going on in their lives. And remember, I said call them, not text them, because I know in particular, I had one client that had her mother had passed away. And then a couple of months later, then her son had passed away. And that's not the kind of thing somebody's going to tell you in a text. You would have to physically call and really be checking up on them to know where they are standing in life. Because oftentimes we feel like we're calling somebody and they're ghosting us, when in actuality, it has nothing to do with us. It's whatever is going on in their life that's really taking precedent over them trying to talk to us. And if they think we're just calling to get a sale, they're not going to want to talk to us at all. So really make it a point to be human and really find out what your client is going through, what's going on. If they're willing to share with you, of course, find out and ask them questions about them, not always about the product. And the product should be, oh, by the way, if you need anything, let me know. That's the way the product thing should work, because when you do it that way, they're going to be more welcoming to answer your calls, so you can really find out what's really going on with them. Another thing that I like to do is I make it a point to, if they're willing, to add people to my email list. It's another way for me to provide value to the people that are in my tribe. I make it a point to shower them with how-tos on different topics that they have told me they were interested in. I also have live Q&As where they can ask me different questions, just to really be of service to the people that are in my tribe, that are in my clientele. And now I find that people are more cognizant of that and they respond back to me that way too. So it's another mode of communication. If for whatever reason they don't want to talk on the phone, maybe something's going on in their life or they're not in the environment where they can physically talk, I can still interact with them in another way. via another form of communication, and that's email. And for those of you that don't know, it is said that email is a great way to communicate with your people and just kind of stay top of mind for them. And that for every person that's on your email list, you're going to more than likely make $1 from that person. So if you have $300 if you have 300 people on your email list, that email list, as a result of you having that, will probably more than likely generate about $300 in sales for you monthly. So the bigger your email list, the bigger your sales as well. And then you're able to really serve and provide value to those people that are on your email list. So be cognizant of that. And if you don't already have an email list, or you're not actively getting people's email address, make sure that you start doing that so you can start building another means to communicate with your clients and the people that just are in your tribe. They may not necessarily have bought anything yet. They could be what I call in kind of an incubator, but then when they are ready to buy, they'll more than likely buy from you because you have consistently served them and provided them tons of value that they want to support you in your business. So before we go on to how to continue to build a relationship with your clients, I want to remind you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We upload a video every Thursday for your viewing pleasure, and we don't want you to miss a beat. So be sure to subscribe by clicking the button below. So how do you continue to develop and grow your relationship with your clients? Well, one thing that I have noticed that I think building a relationship with your clients is kind of similar to you dating your significant other. You think about when you were dating your significant other, did you guys just go out one time? No, you went out on a frequency of different times where you could get to know the person and get to know more about them and what they like and what they don't like. I think we should use that same kind of mentality when it comes to developing a relationship with our clients. We should not be a one and done type of interaction. If they're willing to interact with you more, you should have reoccurring type of events where you can invite them to, or they can be a hostess for you, that they're and sharing you with more of their friends. And because of that relationship, you're continuing to develop that relationship, because we all know people do business with who they know, like, and trust. And the more they know you, the more they like you, the more they trust you, the more they will be apt to share you with their friends or refer you out to other people. So you want to make sure that you're building that relationship on a continuous basis, kind of similar to dating. For example, you want to acknowledge their birthdays, acknowledge their anniversaries. There's something great if they got a promotion in their job or something like that. You want to recognize them. You could potentially do that in your VIP groups, or even in an email, if you know that about them, whether if they're willing to let other people know, of course. But because you're developing that relationship with them, you would know if that was okay with them. You could just ask them outright if that's okay with them. But being able to truly develop that relationship is what's going to pay off in the end. So you don't have to keep going to get new leads or doing that lead gen, because we know that when you get a warm lead, when somebody is a referral, it's going to be less work, or it will be so much easier for that person to convert into a customer, because they already have a you've been referred by somebody that they know and love and respect. And then obviously, if they know and love and respect your client, and the client referred you to them, then they already know, well, this is good people. I don't even have to worry about that. And it takes down the walls and the guards, and people are more apt to do business with you and continue that chain. So just remember that when it comes to building those relationships, call your people on the phone, let them hear your voice, send that card. If they're not answering, be sure to send a card out. I mean, because life could just really be happening to them, and they're not in the state of mind, or they really don't want to talk to you about what's going on with them. Let them know that you care. And it's not just about the sale, that you care for them as a person, not just because they bought XYZ product from you. Okay. So I'm curious, do you send out birthday cards or do you have any kind of system where you're recognizing your clients for any accomplishments that they have done in their everyday life? Or, are you sending those type of cards, just thinking of you type of things out to them? Comment below and let us know, because if you are, I want to say kudos to you, because those are the type of actions that are going to build a very strong and viable business. And you have to keep those things up to keep developing that relationship. So now we're going to talk about how to further expand your clientele and your sales organization with this one technique. And this one technique is called ASK. And ASK, you have to ASK to GET. So basically, what does that mean? That means you have to ask to get. And when you develop those relationships with your clients, you can ask to get. You can ask them to be test panelists for new products that come out. If your company brings out new products quarterly, I know my company does. We have quarterly new products that come out all the time. This is a great opportunity for you to have that dating mentality, to have those folks that are interested to come out and give you their true opinion in a non-pressure type of environment to buy, where they're just really just kind of trying before they buy. They're giving you feedback on the product that you can definitely share with your company. And if they want to get something, great. But if they don't, or if they're just there to fellowship and hang out with some girlfriends, that's great too. Because at the end of the day, you want to have those type of environments, similar to that dating that I was talking about, that is not always about the sale. It's about developing that relationship. Now, just think, if you continue to do that, these people could be potential referral sources for you. And in addition to that, they could potentially be team members for you. So you always want to keep that in mind too, asking them if they could see themselves doing what you do. And then if they tell you, girl, no, I just want to buy the product, that's fine, because you want customers as well as team members, and make them aware of that you don't have to start a business. The business is not for everybody. But if they continue to be hostess with the mostest and actually share you with more friends and family that they know, because they know, like, and trust you, that's going to help your business grow too. That's going to also help you get new recruits, because somebody in the mix of all of that is going to be interested in the product or service that you provide, and in addition to also doing the same thing that you do. So make sure that you are continuing to build those relationships, build that know, like, and trust factor within your clientele, because they are going to help you grow your business. And you won't have to work as hard at lead gen, because you'll have people that are referring you to other people that just cuz you're you. You'll have people that are more willing to try new products, because if you told them that you thought it would be best for them and it would give them the benefits that they're looking for, they're going to go buy the product based on what you said, because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. So just make it a point to not have transactional relationships with your customers. Really build that relationship so you can continue to grow and prosper in your business. So, if you are looking for more ways on how to increase your sales as well as duplicate yourself, I want to remind you that the Expert Trilogy is in the description below. It's a great source of information from 6 and 7 figures, top earners in the direct sales space that have really been able to replicate themselves through their sales organizations while also increasing their sales. If that's something you are interested in, by all means, be sure to click that link below. And as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.